Is fire in the Netherlands just a dream or a real possibility? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Wen, and this space is for slow thinking and shared growth. So today we're diving into a question that more and more people are asking. Is fire, financial independence, and retire early possible here in the Netherlands? And if so, how does it look like compared to other countries? So FIRE stands for financial independence and retire early, but don't get caught up in the word retire. It is not about quitting everything and doing nothing. It is about freedom to choose your own pace, your own path, and your own priorities. So there are different styles of FIRE. There, lean FIRE means that you save as much as possible, maintaining a minimal lifestyle and trying to reach your FIRE goal quickly. And there's also fat FIRE. It's a financial freedom without compromise a comfortable lifestyle, but getting there can take much longer. There's also coast FIRE. It's when you've saved enough that your investment can grow to your FIRE goal while you still work to cover your expenses. And there's also barista FIRE, means that combining part-time work with partial freedom, working at your own pace while covering part of your lifestyle with your investment sitting in the back. So in the Dutch context, working is generally less demanding than in many other countries. According to the International Labour Organization, the Dutch work on average 30 hours per week. That is 7 hours less than in the United States and 16 hours less than in China. So work-life balance is easier to achieve here in the Netherlands. That's why I can see Dutch people naturally lean towards coast FIRE or barista FIRE, balancing both financial security and meaningful work. I feel very lucky to be building a life here in the Netherlands. And there are a few reasons why I think it is a good place to explore financial independence. Number one, a strong social safety net. Here in the Netherlands, healthcare is universal. Unlike in the US, where healthcare is often tied to employer, here in the Netherlands, you are required to purchase healthcare insurance yourself. And it is also subsidized for low-income individuals. The average cost is about 150 euros per month in 2025. Education is also free for kids aged from 4 years onward. Even university tuition is only a few thousand euros per year. So for families pursuing FIRE, especially families with kids, this is a huge advantage. Number two, part-time work is normalized. The Netherlands has one of the highest rate of part-time workers here in the European countries. So working 3 or 4 days a week is very common, and many companies still offer permanent contract to part-time employees. So this is very ideal for people who are pursuing barista FIRE style or coast FIRE style. And number three, there are efficient public services. Public transportation is widely available here. There are trains, trams, buses connecting all major towns and cities. And Dutch is also famous for its bikes. There are more bikes here in the Netherlands than people, and you can find cycling paths everywhere you go. Living here in the Netherlands, you don't even need a car, which can significantly reduce expenses. And number four, higher income and saving potentials. Average income in the Netherlands is about 40,000 euros per year, which makes Netherlands top 15 countries in the world in terms of income level. This is a country that you could make a very decent living. The data shows that average Dutch household save about 13% of their disposable income, compared to just 5% in the US. So if you're part of a dual income household and living modestly, very easy that you have some savings left behind. But let's be real, it's not all tulips and savings account. Pursuing FIRE in the Netherlands also comes with some significant challenges. Firstly, rising living cost. In 2024, the average home prices in cities like Amsterdam or Utrecht is well over 400,000 euros. The Dutch spend about 23% of their income only on housing, which ranked the 6th place among all 44 European countries. There has been a housing shortage for over a decade now, and is projected to continue for the next decade at least. There's also inflation. Inflation increased by 10% in 2022 and remained still high at 4% last year. Being a small country, the Netherlands is especially vulnerable to global supply chain issues or energy shortages worsened by conflicts here in Ukraine and the Middle East. So inflation is a huge risk factor when calculating your FIRE number here in the Netherlands. These risks make FIRE a longer and a more difficult journey, especially for young people. Second, high tax. Taxes are very high here in the Netherlands. All those great social benefits we mentioned earlier come at a cost. Let's talk about income tax first. The average income in 2025 is 44,000 euros per year. And on this income, you need to pay 36% of income tax. And for the income that is over 75,000, this income tax rate jumped directly to 49.5%. And on top, there is also investment tax. Unlike the US, where you can use tax-sheltered accounts like Roth IRA or 401ks, here in the Netherlands, there are very few such options available unless you are self-employed. And even though you still need to pay a lot of tax. And on top, you need to pay a capital gain tax on your investment, which is 36% on the assumed return for assets that is over 57,000. And this capital gain tax includes savings, stocks, bonds, cryptos, everything that you invest. And yes, you could end up paying taxes even if your investment lost value. So today in this video, I won't go too deep into that topic, but stay tuned for a future video where I will break down Dutch investment tax systems for you. So bottom line here, the popular 4% rule for FIRE doesn't really work here because of those high taxes and lack of tax-efficient investment account. What you need to consider is about 3.5% withdrawal rate to have a safer plan. So where does that leave us? For me, as someone in my late 30s, I think FIRE here in the Netherlands is not going to be a race, it's about compass. In the Dutch society, work-life balance is already pretty good, so FIRE here is not about getting to the goal as fast as possible, quitting your job as soon as possible. It is more about getting your goal in a more sustainable way and avoid meaningless work. The current retirement age here in the Netherlands is 68 years old, and for my generation, it could easily be 70 years old. That is too late. I want the freedom to pause, reflect, or change directions without financial anxiety holding me back. What I need is not to be rich, but I just want to be free. And I do believe that here in the Netherlands, we have the right mechanism for me to be able to reach that goal. Now, do you think FIRE is realistic here in the Netherlands? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Really appreciate a lot of likes and love and comments that I received from my previous video. If you're walking this road too, come along. Please subscribe and we can walk the road together. Thanks for being here. Let's keep choosing freedom together.